Gentlemen, let's move on. It is said that when women help women, issues affecting the female gender will be better advanced. For the Queen of Apomu Kingdom in Osun State, Olori Janet Afolabi, it is a task worth undertaking. Olori Afolabi has distributed free interest loans to a fresh set of market women. Addressing the women at the palace, Olori Afolabi told them to use the money for the purpose it was given, which is to expand their petty businesses or start new ones. The 50 beneficiary women were randomly selected and shortlisted by women leaders in the community. Okay, great initiative.
Yes, let me apologize on your behalf for murdering the name of the town, ancient Apomu town in Osun State. Apologize, Your Royal Highness.
I do apologize as well.
Janet was one of us. Janet used to be on this show before the demands of being the queen took her away. And I hope that His Royal Majesty will occasionally release her to us, because she's one of the illustrious journalists rose to the top in our profession. And today, she is making the difference as the queen of Apomu town. This is not the first time she will do this. Even during COVID, she did a lot. It's just in her DNA to help people, to ensure that people do not suffer around her. So I'm not surprised that she's gone to this extent in such rural communities. Look, a little money can make a big difference. They don't need as much money as a mayor will need to get around, for example. Just a little. A little, you put smiles on their faces. And Olori has recognized that, and she's doing that consistently. You can imagine if she had resources much more than she has at her disposal. You can imagine the extent to which she can go. Maybe she will even extend it beyond Apomu. But this is also a wake-up call to other wives of traditional rulers. It's not enough to dress in the most expensive oil and other expensive garments. Do your best to make a difference on people in your community. Do your best. Let the people not see you as too far away from them, enjoying the perks of the office that you occupy, if I can use the word office, and not bothered one bit about the poorest of the poor. Because it's in these rural communities that you find the poorest of the poor. They are largely agrarian communities, but everyone can survive on farming. You know, people need to do other businesses so that the needs of the community can be satisfied. You know, if everyone is a farmer, who will sell the clothes that we wear? Who will sell granite oil that we need, and other things, or even provisions? So I'm really proud of Janet. You know, we like saying, calling her Janet. Thanks. I mean, sorry for our ignorance. I really appreciate and I'm proud of Janet for all that she's done since she became the Olori of Apomu Kingdom. And
all right, Mayor.
I pray that God will give her the good health and the energy to do even more.
Amen.
Let me also commend the Queen for this initiative. Like I said, Janet is somebody that was very brilliant journalist, award-winning journalist when she was in Newswatch, when she was on her own, doing her own magazine. So I'm not surprised that she will come up with an initiative like this. But why this is more important is that a lot of people in rural communities, they just need a little money to be able to develop themselves. Sometimes when I drive around town and I see some women selling things, I used to wonder that what this woman is carrying probably will not be up to 5,000 naira. But they get by and they make sense from it. So some of these women do not need more than 10, 20,000 to be able to do a lot of things. So when you now see a queen that's able to identify and they have beneficiaries like that and they do it, they will be able to empower the women. The women will be able to develop themselves and then they will be able to assist their husbands. So I want to commend that initiative to the state government. What she's doing in our own rural community, it will serve the state better if they can make it a statewide thing, using the palace to be able to identify vulnerable women within the community and then give them these interest-free loans. You know, I know that it's part of the things that the federal government did sometimes, but they didn't really go about it very well because they were just doing cash payments to their accounts and all that. But if you identify these women and you take them like that in batches and you give them those loans, which they pay back maybe in 3 months, 6 months, it's good because it becomes a revolving loan. Then they can bring in another set of women to benefit from it. And the whole state, women in the state, will be the better for it.
And we also hope that more wealthy individuals take up this kind of initiative.
Yeah.
That is what we really make me happy because, and that's why I said other wives of traditional rulers need to do this because the rest of us won't have peace if the majority of the people in our communities are unhappy, suffering from debilitating poverty. We shouldn't be happy to see people around us suffer, you know, because if you are rich, but the people around you are very poor, then you are inherently poor, just that you don't know it. And one day when something little happens, it can stir up an uprising, and they will go for the oppressors in their midst. So let those who have the means do their best to affect their communities positively. You know, one little drop ultimately leads to an ocean. You just have to start from somewhere. Don't say it's too little. Touch a heart, help someone. There is no use for the money that you have if you cannot help the needy around you. And you can see people like Bill Gates and the rest of them, look at what they are doing around the world. Because, look, there's no joy in being rich and not helping the poor. God himself said there will be poor people in our midst, and he appreciates it when we show mercy, when we show kindness to the people around us. That's what a lot of people don't have, including even pastors. Right. Even from money that they made from people's tithes and the rest.
They will build schools.
They are reluctant to show generosity. They are reluctant to show mercy. They even, in those people's faces, they flaunt the wealth and give the feeling that, look, they are untouchable.
All right.
People need to change, including the people that I just talked about.
Thank you, gentlemen. In Zamfara,